Welcome back to the Sal Alvarez podcast
with Enya and Jordan.
And Jordan and Enya. My boots scooting, baby, is driving me
crazy. My obsession for Mo Weston is...
Did we not have a bit planned?
Good evening.
And welcome back to the Sal Alvarez podcast.
With your hosts, Enya Martin.
And Sharon Viola on RT News Dublin 2.
Big huge one.
Yeah, that was for you, Calvin. Love you. Anyways, welcome back.
So...
This is a late night episode.
Yeah, we're actually recording this quite late. We usually record at about 11 or 12 in the morning.
But I was a bit of a single mad this week. I had a fucking child all week long and I wasn't able to do it this morning. Hard.
Your
Jesus
nephew, was
Christ.
it?
Yeah, my little nephew, Finn. Fucking hell, it was very hard.
Really?
Yeah,
How many
like,
days you have him for?
5.
So basically your whole life revolved around him for 5 days,
literally, like, he goes to crash for 4 hours a day and I tell you what, like, I literally was like, take that child out of me. I was kicking him into the crash. But yeah.
What did you find the hardest part about it?
The whole thing. Well, like the fact that you can't, like, you have to go to bed because you have to go up with a child. It's like, that's so annoying, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I know.
And it's not, I get 100% now when people are like, oh no, I'm gonna have an early night, like I have the baby tomorrow, and I'm like, I'd be like, well, just fuck off.
My best
mate with a child
has a 6-month-old, and she said the hardest part, even at that age, is keeping them entertained.
Yeah.
She goes, because they get so bored easily. You know, like when your kid's like 4 or 5, they can entertain themselves with toys, but at that age, they need constant attention. Like,
that's the thing, like, it's the constant having to watch him. Like, my little nephew was a fucking wanker, like, for running around and picking things up or putting things in his mouth or whatever. Like that.
You can't turn your back for a second.
Literally, like, my little nephew would pick up shit, like, easy.
Oh,
like,
God.
literally picked up a shit today, like a dog shit. And I was like, I had to get the fucking nail brush out and all. Like, I was like, oh, fucking sake. But yeah, other than that, how have you been?
I've been good.
I'd say I'm out as born and off you because we just off camera did on the other thing we did.
We recorded a segment there where we tried out Indian food,
Asian food,
all
different types of Asian foods.
Yeah, so like, oh Jesus, it was just like eating pure curry powder for a lot of it. It was. There was one snack where it was like literally eating a spoon of curry powder.
They lied and said it was coconut.
They lied.
Oh,
Lies.
I found that whole packaging an absolute deceive.
Yeah.
It was a pure lie.
Very deceiving.
Like, they said this one thing was coconut and something else and something else. Like, I was assuming it was like filled with like jelly or like, you know, like something sweet.
It was very weird.
It was literally filled with rock hard sand and curry powder.
But I wonder, do people like from abroad look at Irish food and be like, what the fuck? I wouldn't.
Yeah,
like you know, like fish and chips.
No, like a potato sambo. They'd be like, bleh.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a video somewhere.
But they'd be at 3 o'clock in the morning going, oh yes, most with the going, oh, the best.
I wonder if like there's a video somewhere on YouTube of like, you know, Asian people trying Irish foods.
I'm
sure there is. There's fucking everything on YouTube.
There's a video. Do you ever see the people from different tribes in Afghanistan? Oh, they have never had McDonald's or KFC or whatever like that. They have never had westernized food. Like, they kill fucking animals there and then and eat it. Like, that's their tribesmen. Like, and it's different parts of Africa. So like North Africa, South Africa, whatever, the whole continent of Africa. And they give them like KFC and Burger King and all for the first time. They're literally like eating a chip and they're like, they don't know how to eat it. Like, it's
really,
it's mad. So interesting.
These are people who are like basically segregated from normal life.
Yeah, but that'd be like us if we tried to eat their food. Like, we went in with a knife and fork and they'd be like, what are you doing?
Would they be like kind of cannibals, would they?
No.
Well, not cannibals, but they'd be carnivores where they would like kill animals.
I don't think they're exposed to westernized food. Yeah, if they're going to eat meat, they have to like kill it. Like, but that's all. Most of them are all Muslim. So they're like halal. So like what I said to you earlier on, like halal is like killing it in a humane way. But we don't know where it's coming from.
Now, when you say humane, like they literally put it to sleep before they kill it, like
or they kill it, like they don't like slaughter it basically.
I watched a Gordon Ramsay clip of how they kill a lobster, and they're like, okay, you kill it in a humane way. Basically, there's obviously a lot of murder over how they kill the lobsters before they cook it.
Yeah, because some of them just fucked it into a pot.
They're still alive.
I
know. Sometimes they're still alive and it's just fucked into a pot of boiling water, which I do think is wrong.
Scabby.
And then what basically he goes, okay, kill it in a humane way. Just put it on the counter and like literally fucking
its head in, like.
No, put a knife through its head, quick, and then fuck it into the pot. I don't know which is worse.
Oh gosh, I don't know. That's mad. Like,
some
I watched the film the other day and like your man took the pig out, like, and the pig was squealing, but all its pig friends watched it, and like they were all huddled in a corner watching it.
Knowing that what was
it was coming next for them, like, and they took it out and he just battered it in the head with a hammer.
Jordan.
I was like, no, babe.
No,
the poor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's that. What have you been up to? Good
This week-
segue, yeah.
I was up in Belfast last weekend with my
Oh,
show.
yeah, how'd that get on?
He was gas because I was
Yeah.
quite worried. It was gas because I was quite worried about like the comedy transcending because you know it's up in Northern Ireland and the
Ireland?
accent in Northern Ireland, and 9 the UTV. But I was
Excuse me.
Jordan. I was worried about it transcending like the accent, but there's only about fucking 4 or 5 people there from Northern Ireland, and the rest travelled up from Dublin.
There you go.
Yeah, and I was flattered because there was about 100 people there. Like it was a small room. And to think, like, you know how much money it costs to, like, get a hotel, get a babysitter, makeup, nights out, spending money.
Yeah.
You know, like, I was really flattered. And then on the second night, the Saturday night, it was packed, like, it was sold out. And there was
good,
this
isn't it?
one table, right, where this girl got absolutely mouldy
There's
drunk.
always one.
And everyone was, like, quite content listening to me show. And she just kept talking really loudly. So obviously people around her were getting very easily distracted. And I ended up noticing at one stage, and I literally just buried her, right? Buried her, and everyone started standing up, clapping and all,
What
right?
did you say?
I was just like basically like, where's your career tonight and all, like what the fuck, like laid into her, like just slagged her and all about what she was wearing and blah blah. But she was so drunk, like she was just even past the point of like engaging. And then she started dancing, right? I started making a joke about something and she stood up, right? Everyone's sitting down listening intently. She stands up and starts going, yeah, like as if she's in a fucking rave, and everyone's turning around being like, who is this weirdo? But I just find that so disrespectful. I remember speaking about it before, about I did a show in the Red Cow. Why do people go to concerts or comedy shows and get that drunk? Like, you're just wasting your money on the show. Like, you'll wake up tomorrow and you won't even be able to remember that. But anyway,
it was a good experience other than that. Like.
yeah, I know.
Sorry.
The both shows were really, really good. My manager drove me up and back both nights because I would have just had to stay up there on my own. Like,
Did you go out?
No.
No.
I didn't even drink last weekend.
did you not?
No, I'm trying to save myself for New York.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, but very good. I was at a photo shoot. I got booked.
how'd your glam doll?
I got booked to do a photo shoot with Glam Doll, and it was amazing. It was a ball, like just a great laugh all day. I got to do hair the whole time, so I didn't have to do makeup, which was nice. Like, to be honest, I feel like when you're doing makeup professionally or anything like that, it's such a stress because there's always changes and tweaks and stuff like that. With hair, I'm just, I'm like, I just fly through it. I'm so quick. And I think I did like 12 hairstyles from 9 to 5, and yeah, it was good. It was great to be like creative and all that. I had a ball.
Yeah, did
was
you?
nice,
How long did it go on for?
The whole day, 9 to 5.
Really, yeah?
Well, we were there till about 7:30, like packing up and all that shit. But yeah, it was about like actually dying to see the pictures because they look so good. Like all the content I got, like, so I'll have loads of Instagram posts.
Yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, I actually did one girl's hair. It was like she was a ginger girl, and I did like a big set of barrel
I
curls.
seen that, was lovely.
I actually
I
thought
want
it
my
was the
hair
most-
like that.
Yeah, it was like one of the best hairstyles I've ever done. I was so proud of myself.
All right, pipe down.
Can I?
But I actually signed up to an online coach. So his name is Adam Ali. He's really well known.
Is he hot? Interesting.
Is he? Look at him. Can't keep professional.
Should not be able to region it's lined up to him.
Yeah. Get into his DMs. You're in his DMs, but I know as Nando's order, there's a difference. But anyway. Yeah, no, he's really, really good. So I remember he actually came into the gym I walk in and he gave us all like a talk and stuff like that. And what it is as well is it's like when a counsellor has a counsellor. Like sometimes coaches need a coach. Coaches need accountability as well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get started. It's going to be about 12 to 16 weeks body transformation. I want to get in the best shape of my life, a shape I've never been in before.
Wow.
I've been in good shape before, but I want to be in the best shape of my
Yeah.
life.
Didn't you want to start bodybuilding one time?
No, I was going to do a photo shoot prep. So the difference between body transformation and a photo shoot prep is a photo shoot prep is like way more severe,
Right.
like way more
restrictive,
sacrifices.
like,
yeah, way more restrictive, like really, really strict. Whereas
That's like a competition basically. Like.
yeah, it's similar except you're just getting photos instead of standing on stage. Whereas like a body transformation is you don't have to make as many sacrifices and it's not as severe and you can take as long as you want, I suppose.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Are
excited.
you going to make it permanent and keep it then? Or
No,
that'd be
so
hard
like
to
yeah, so
maintain,
there's
wouldn't it?
lots of ups and downs to like body transformation. So you get to the point that you want, but you can't stay like that forever.
No, yeah.
So what happens is you increase your calories, so that way you can increase your muscle mass, and then you cut again to drop body fat, so you can see your muscle after you've built it.
And you might as well be
Yeah,
talking Chinese.
I know. It's like him talking to me about Mac products, like I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, yeah, fair play to you. That's good.
I know,
like,
and I'll
go
keep you updated. So I have to send them before and after pictures
So
every
now
week.
it's real. You can't back out
Yeah,
now.
I
It's
know.
telling the
I've
whole
advertised
world.
it.
The next topic I have here is concerts. Like, we actually have loads of concerts that we're going to. We're going to Dua Lipa in how many weeks?
20th of April.
When's that? Less than a month.
Less than a month, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's more than a month.
Yeah, about a month and a week. About
Yeah, a
5
month's
weeks.
time.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Um,
I've seen clips of the show. It looks really good.
yeah, I can't wait. And then I think I'm going to Little Mix the same
Little
week.
Wicks.
Little Wicks, Little
The
Pricks,
Aldi
Little
version.
Dicks.
The tribute band.
Yeah. Pick a mix.
Pick a mix.
That's the drag queens. There's 4 drag queens that do it.
Oh, is there?
The
Yeah.
one that did Jessie do a hop as well. Yeah, but like I can't wait. What else are you going to see?
So this is what I have going on next one. Next one's actually really busy for me. So I'm going to... What have I got
Mine
at
is
the
so
start?
gay.
So Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
I'm going to see next month. I'm going to see Kevin Bridges in Galway. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Love him. And who I'm going to see... am I going to see anyone else? No, we're going to the Gossies. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to the Gossies Awards, and I'm going to see 50 Cent in June.
Oh yeah, deadly.
I heard that he only does like 45 minutes on stage.
Yeah,
Which
50.
is shit. 50 minutes.
But I'm going to see, so in the same week or the next week after, I think I'm going to go see Dua Lipa, then Little Mix, and then I'm going to see RuPaul's Drag Race live. Like, how gay am
Where's
I?
that on?
In the Tree Arena.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing like, it's called Walk the War, like, so Walk the World. So it's like a whole, they're like superheroes and they have to save the earth from like drag queen invaders and all. It's a whole show, like, and all some of the popular cast from Drag Race.
Is it like a theatre
Irene?
show?
No, it's like a concert. They just mime though the whole time, but it's like real entertaining.
No
But like my
way.
sister got it for me for Christmas, and yeah, I got like my sister got me the tickets, hotel, and drink money.
Lovely.
Yeah, 2 tickets and a hotel room and drink money. Like I can't wait. Roll on. I'm bringing me friend Kaylee.
Deadly.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Oh,
ball.
well. Okay, is that because I couldn't go, is it?
Yeah. You wouldn't be my first choice anyway. You hate Drag Race.
Yeah, I never watched. I don't think you forced me to watch an episode of
Yeah.
RuPaul.
The only drag queens you like is Davina
Yeah.
and Victoria and all them.
I just love going to George for all them shows, but I don't know. I'm not
You're
really.
not actually mad into
I'm
drag.
not into the
like
reality shows like Real Housewives of like Beverly Hills and
Yeah.
all. Like I'm not really into that.
Atlanta. If you're gonna get into it, Atlanta is the best.
Why is that the best one?
It's just because it's full of scraps.
But I in terms of 50 Cent, like I remember when his first album came out,
So do
Get
I.
Rich or Die Trying.
I was in hip hop dancing, like 'cause I was a champion hip hop dancer for 10 years. And all I remember is go shawty. It's
I
your
remember I
birth-
think I was only like 11 or
Yeah.
12 when that came out.
Did you see the memes from the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Talking about how when in the D12 when they done that meme of your man, like the big
That's like
fella,
him now?
the big fella, and then when he came upside down, they said it was him now. Yeah,
Yeah,
50 Cent went to a full $1.
Is that what they said?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did put on a bit of weight, but
I
that's
don't
for
think he did. I
age.
think he put on muscle.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's
that's like a
He's
bulk.
built, yeah. But he does have.
He's in
weight
his late
it.
40s now, do you know
Yeah.
that?
Oh, imagine all the memes.
So he
coming out
would
when
have been only in his
50.
mid 20s, probably younger when Get Rich Die Trying came out.
Yeah, should have been 25 cent then.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
do you
so
think
the
of,
concerts then. What's your summer plans?
Well, I was just about to mention that. What do you think of the Electric Picnic lineup? Did you see it?
Yeah, Jeremy Kennedy's the headliner.
Darren McKendy, picture this. They're fucking at every Irish festival, aren't they?
Well, what's one picture this time?
Do you know what it is? I think they're just after saturating the market now, and like people don't look forward to, but like then you lose your, like, I suppose, what would you call it, your momentum when
Yeah.
you're doing like that's
Is
why
that then we can go walking?
yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Like they were really, really big when they first came out, but now they're just doing concerts all over Ireland, and like they're kind of losing the momentum. And Arctic Monkeys, I'd
I
actually
feel
love
like
to
that about
see.
a certain one way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, what happens is they don't make it abroad, so like they have to to make that money. They have to keep doing concerts in Ireland.
Yeah, but like you'd feel scabby not supporting the Irish, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
don't know
remember how
fair
like
play to
big,
them.
like back in the 90s, like the Irish were like like
The
the
Cranberries,
Cranberries and
yeah.
the Cors and Sinead O'Connor and like we had like
Boys
isn't
on
there
Westlife.
yeah, well, Boys on Hardy were fucking had people in Florida come out for them, like
loved Boys on.
imagine someone going round and keen. The smile on your face.
Let me know it's only words. I actually think they took that away from that song from someone
I like
else.
that. I like it. Life
Chester
is a
Chapman.
roller coaster.
Oh, look,
a
that's
good
my
one.
feel good song.
Do you know what my favourite Westlife song is? We got a little world of our own tune.
Oh, that is like that's
That's
the
a banger. That'll get everyone on
that's
the
the
floor.
last order song.
I played that. Remember in the house party we were at? I
Yeah.
played that and it flooded the kitchen. Literally,
Oh, everyone ran in, next door neighbours and all.
We were at a big house party. It was my friend's tortoise, and she had like a big speaker, didn't she? Like that, and there was a laptop connected to it, like, and it was actually my friend's gigging gear. And 'cause
Was it?
Yeah, it was his gigging gear, and he had it all connected for the sound, like, and we were just in, and I ran into Spotify and I put on Westlife World of Our Own. It was fucking gas.
Didn't think you'd be into boy bands.
Yeah, I love a boy band.
Yeah, you'd love
A
to be in.
gangbang.
You'd love to be in.
I'd love to. If you were gonna be in a band, what band would you be in? Don't fucking say it.
Like a band now, or
Yeah,
any
like
band?
any band.
I
You as a person, not like who you like. Genuinely, you as a person. Where do you think you'd fit?
I
I
don't know.
definitely wouldn't fit the Spice Girls. I know. What would I be?
What
I'd be
about me?
Spice. I don't know. You'd probably be in a hairstyle or something.
Hearsay, what?
5. No, what were they called? Do you know the ones, the Irish ones? Oh, I can't think of them. Do you know the ones I'm on about? The one that Dean Kyle was in auditioning for, Fit to the 685.
No, it's not. Liberty X. That was another one.
Word get a little.
There was another one, 5, and
I know the one you're on about.
Hearsay was another one.
I'd have to be in a bit of like I think I'd do well in like a Glee. Like do you know what I mean? Like
Was it you who was saying
Glee
the last
Live.
podcast you hate your one fucking?
Liam Michelle, I can't
Yeah.
stand her big crocodile tears and her big mouth. I hate her.
We all went
There's
to
anyone
school.
I'd love to just box someone in the face with a toe.
Lovely.
Do you know what I mean? Her and
She
Putin.
got a lot of guff. Remember she?
When you're one diet, yeah.
Yeah.
She's just a cunt.
She was meant to be a cunt to walk with.
Yeah, she's just a walking cunt and everyone knows that. Anyways, did we talk about summer plans?
Well,
No.
we're about to get into that.
Yeah, summer plans. Well, loads of concerts right now. I tell you what, I'm gonna have a fucking ball this year. For the first year
Why
in my
not?
life, I'm confident in myself. So, want loads of holidays. You're all holidayed out, aren't you?
Well, after New York, yeah, I've nothing booked, and I think I'm gonna try keep it that way.
but that's right.
It's
Sly Benny trip.
Little Sly Benny trip. Yeah, I love Benidorm. Do you
Yeah.
know what? I'm just gonna focus on getting into the best shape of my life. Focus on that, and then maybe after that, I might treat myself to a holiday in August
I'll
time.
tell you what, you can stay away from me in bikini season. My tits are bigger than yours. Yeah, so I just want to do loads of holidays and just have good times, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
make
good
memories.
jam.
But see, this is my last year in my 20s, so I kind of want to
You
make a
need
lot
to
of
go all
memories.
out, like, yeah. Don't be sitting there saying me about holidays. Go for it. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to book Vegas or something.
Do you know what the? I suppose you have to look at it like this. The best way to do it is always have a holiday to look forward to.
Yeah.
You do, and it's true because you know something's always around the corner. Oh, I'm feeling shit this
Yeah,
week, but you
well,
know,
fuck
or
it,
do you know
like-
what? I'm going to New York in 3
I'll
weeks.
have a holiday, yeah. And the thing about it is, I know it's so cliche and cheesy to say, but when you're older and you look back and go, do you know what? I'm delighted I did that.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to have them memories now and say, fuck it, I did it. I'm not like, we're not like wild mad people. We're not like, as much as we are funny and all that, but we're not mad. And I actually want to just go mad for once in my life and be like,
Yeah.
can't believe I did that.
I want to go to like a dance festival, like Life Festival,
Yeah, like,
or
we
like
need to make that happen.
like
I
with
was
DJs
never-
and all.
I was never a festival person. I would have always been cared too much out if I'm not comfortable. Like, I'd be like, oh, the dirt and the muck and all, that wouldn't be me. But like, do you know what? I want to just say balls to the balls. Go, get locked.
Strobe lights.
Out for 3 days. Fuck it, yeah. I literally.
Snapback sunglasses.
I'm gonna try heroin. Yeah, but like, speaking of that, like, before we get old, like, but getting older actually comes with so many different things, doesn't it? Like, aren't things for your house just way more important than like
Yeah, your
going out?
priorities change. Like
Yeah, priorities change big time.
I used to be always obsessed with like, oh, I want to get clothes, want to get tracksuits, want to get runners, and now I'm just like, oh, them cushions look lovely.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm on a candle bus.
Yeah,
like
love
I was
candles.
in SuperValu the other day, right, and I picked up something for the dog and a candle, literally, right, and I goes to still didn't even look at the price of the candle, and I love the smell of it, and she goes, €28, and I was like, for dog food and a candle, €28.
Sorry, what?
I said, sorry, well, how much is that candle? She goes, €18. And I said, you wouldn't even pay that for a Yankee, would you? Stop. And do you know what? I bought it because I liked the smell of it, and it was real different. It was like midnight something.
Do you know-
Midnight.
Do you know what I'm loving? Wax smells that smell like perfumes or aftershaves.
Do you see the one you can get? You can get Calpol and all now.
Fuck
Yeah, you can get
Calpol.
Calpol scented wax melts.
People
and all.
drinking it after it's melted.
No, your mango, it just smells like.
Yeah, no, swear to God, no people who do that. I'm only
Cop on.
messing. I got the Or
I love now
Sauvage
cough bottle.
and Lacoste Reds in wax
Oh, yeah.
melts. Oh, it's
I love
lovely.
Lacoste Red, don't you? Always say that to me.
Pure reminds me of teenage discos.
Yeah, smell of it now. Want.
I just love it. Like Garrett always says to me, he's like, you're obsessed with like air fresheners and all. I just love
Smelling
when
nice,
my
yeah.
car smells nice.
Yeah.
Black air freshener is probably
What
the
always happens if you come back from your ma's house and I say, did you use this by someone having a smoke? And you're like, oh, I have to go and wash this now.
Yeah.
You do be fuming, don't you?
I hate when I'm in my man's because whenever she's smoking, like I literally leave, and even when I'm only in the kitchen for about 10 minutes, I can
know.
smell it on me.
Oh,
It's
sure.
disgusting.
I was at my friend, we were having a few drinks, like it was just uncalled for. We literally locked the back door and we all just started smoking in the kitchen. But I gave up the smokes. So they had smokes, and I'm not meshing. I came home and I had to immediately put me top in the washing machine because I couldn't hack the smell of it in my room. It was so strong just from being in the room with smokers. It's mad how much that shit attaches. Do you ever see people like they have to like when they wash their walls and all like.
That's what my ma's kitchen's like.
Oh man, like she has to get it painted all the time.
My
like,
ma
and
has
cleaned.
like lino, right, grey lino, and I'm not messing. Like you can actually see the yellow tint in it.
Go away.
And like we have like this white brick wallpaper in my ma's kitchen. Don't know whether you ever seen it on my stories.
Is it
But
like
we're
paper or actual?
yeah,
oh,
it's
wallpaper.
wallpaper, yeah. But where my ma sits, there's like a big huge yellow stain on the wall. Like a cloud of just
Yeah.
where the smoke goes, and even above her, like even
Yeah,
on
I
the
was just about to
ceiling.
say that. My sister, the woman across from her, she lived to be like 95, but she smoked like 45 smokes a day. Literally like one after the other.
Oh
like her
my
name was Nay and she
God.
lived to be not. And do you know what killed her? They cut her off the smokes when she went into hospice care, and that sent her straight away. And her whole fingers were literally brown.
Oh, it's
from the smoke. And there was a big patch in the ceiling. It looked like mouth, but it was just from her just constantly sitting in the same spot smoking.
I think like my ma just has no willpower. She will never give up the smokes. Never.
I never really got like addicted to smoking. I was only more of a social smoker or like with a drink on me. But there's just something that ignites in my head when I have swallow a bit of alcohol. I'm like, give me a smoke.
Really?
What do I be like the minute I get a drink? I do like that to you, and
I know, yeah. And all my friends are like that. And like, do you know what? I don't mind the
Who
vapes.
smokes?
Karina smokes when she drinks. My friend
Oh, yeah.
Kirsty smokes when she drinks. You smoke when you drink.
Yeah. Well,
In
that's not all
fairness,
your friends, is it?
well, it's not all my friends, but like, you hate when it's in the winter and it's fucking freezing and they're dragging you out to the smoking
That's why
area.
I like the vape, because you could just have a sly one in the corner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then they rip the chest off it as well. But yeah, things for the house, like I think that's so much more important than like
Love candles. Love
Yeah.
scented candles. Love air fresheners that you spray. Love
I'm all about
Febreze.
the flora.
Dice
got-
diffusers. Do you
Yeah,
like
I
dice
bought a
diffusers?
diffuser today. I bought a fucking €800 bed, right? Listen to this. I bought an €800 bed. I bought the bed frame and the headboard separately. Like that cost 500 quid alone. When you done me a deal, it went down from 9 to 5. And I was like, right, grand, love
Working
that.
9 to
Too far.
5.
But I bought the mattress on Pig's Back, and I fucking got my friend to order because Pig's Back, redeem your code. And she was ordering the mattress the same as me, and I was like, right, grand, order me the mattress, put the address in. The fucking dope never redeemed the code for like fucking 5 days or something like that. And then by the time she actually redeemed the code and the order went through, the only available date was like for 2 weeks away. So my bed is coming tomorrow, and I have no fucking mattress to put on it because they're taking the mattresses away because I paid for it already. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to fucking keep one of the mattresses, and I bought €100 today on a mattress topper. So because I have 2 mattresses now that I'm comfy with, but I just want a new bed. So like I have to have one mattress and a mattress topper, and then when the new mattress comes, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get rid of that one.
If
I
anyone has still managed to stay tuned in, we really, really appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Called
Jordan
Samaritans
and
because
his-
I'm on the edge.
Fucking Jordan giving his life bed story.
Yeah, well that's
But no, but like I got a diffuser at Penny's before, and
diffuser.
it was
It's a
fucking.
diffuser.
Well, I call it a diffuser.
All right,
right?
you get on to me because I said package of ham.
The same way, same way people say. What's that word that people always say differently?
No, but when someone says
Schedule and schedule.
Oh, go away.
Wrecks me
If
head.
you say schedule, are we alright? We all good? If you say schedule,
You're posh.
get burnt.
But the one out Penny's was shit. Do you know you can get a Joe Malone diffuser in Brown Thomas? Guess how much it is?
Oh, I'd say about 400 quid.
€80. Me
What?
bollocks. And you probably only get about 3 weeks out of it.
I bought one for €25 in Hamster Mall today.
But there's replicas that smell exactly like it and they're only a tenner.
Are you on about the oil or the actual diffuser?
No, you stick the
Oh,
sticks into it.
I thought you were on about an actual diffuser, like a water diffuser thing.
No.
Oh, the little stick
What
things.
the fuck?
And anyways, I thought a diffuser was the yolk I bought.
No,
and
they
you
have
buy
ones
the
like
oil
that.
and you put it in.
Yeah, they have ones like that, and then like I thought they were called diffusers where we put the sticks in. No,
They're
like
probably all the same things.
anyway.
Yeah. Do you know what? Now when I went and got the surgery done, right? They had a big giant, like I'm not messing it was a giant diffuser, like this big. And it smelled up the whole hospital. You walk in, you go, oh my god, that's lovely, the smell of it. But see, after 3 or 4 days or even hours, the thing was burning the nose out of me. It was
Oh,
actually
really?
disgusting, yeah. And they had a smaller version of it in the bathroom. Now, I was only pissing drips, like literally, all I was sipping was water. So when I was going to the toilet, I nearly was gagging walking into the toilet. The smell, I couldn't wait to get out to see that. I was like that, looking at the diffuser.
I heard it's meant to be very good for people like with like hay fever and asthma and stuff.
Me?
Yeah, I heard it's meant to be really good for
No,
that. Or
I don't
allergies,
like
like
it.
if
Well,
you
that's why
have.
I got peppermint and I got rosemary mint or something like that. What's the rosemary?
Rosemary.
Know that? Yeah, rosemary, and I got clementine.
Her hair is kind of
And lavender.
wild and free.
Clementine.
Oh, but love grows with
Yeah,
my.
you dropped the key on the floor.
Anyway, speaking of smoking, Have you ever enjoyed the odd joint?
Yeah. I'm a fan of now Lady Ganja. La
I
Ganja Estranja.
never saw the appeal of
Have you
weeds.
never had a drag of a joint?
Only in Amsterdam.
And what
I
happened,
didn't,
Jen?
and I just didn't really get anything
Yeah,
out
it's
of it.
rotten, isn't it? I don't care. Like, no,
The smell
I'm
of it is
smoking weeds.
rotten.
I'm not, and I'm gonna say I'm smoking weed literally since I'm 14, and I swear to God, I've never enjoyed the taste of it, and that is the truth of it. No matter what, I know some people have a drag of them like, oh, that's lovely, and I do be like, you're lying.
Big spliff.
Yeah, you're lying. Going, it's a lovely taste of it. It's rotten. It tastes disgusting.
I know.
Disgusting.
I know some people, like I was actually only saying to you earlier, like there's a lot of people that I know who smoke it that I never, like they would
smoke it like they breathe air.
they would smoke one at night before they go to bed and like they just casually turn around, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a joint now when I go home. And I'm like, oh, you smoke weed, do you?
Yeah, that'd be like me.
Yeah, but I just have it to kind of wind down.
I said that to you earlier on, and you were like, yeah. But like some people literally wake up, spark up.
I
like,
know people,
how?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I
They spend
cannot
all their
focus.
money on it.
I have, yeah, I people are worse. Like I was actually seeing a fella, right, and I dumped him because of his like he owed money out all the time overweight. Like literally got paid, say on like he had a job and he got like I don't know, I think he got a job and a social welfare, so he was getting paid twice. And he would owe it out there and then over a bill, overweight, like getting back. I'd be like, why are you buying and smoking weed if you can't afford to scale for you? Smoking weed when you can't afford it, like.
Like I understand people who have it to wind down at night, but if you're smoking it 24/7,
Yeah,
like
that's a problem.
it is
You
a
might
problem.
as well be doing like
It's an
load of
addiction,
fucking
yeah.
heroin as well. It's the same thing.
And I hate people, even when it comes to any drug like weed, coke or whatever, when they turn around and like, oh, sure, I only do it on weekends.
weekends, yeah.
But you are a function addict, you cannot drink
Yeah.
without it. Like, do you know
It's
what
actually so scary now, the amount of people that like just cannot
I mean? Yeah.
just
But
have a
I,
drink and leave it. Like,
I find like a lot of people who smoke weeds consistently aren't big drinkers.
yeah, like I have a friend. She'll name it. I might have having a stroke. She'll remain nameless.
Yeah.
But I'm not mentioning she could outsmoke anyone. She'd do any festival, draw anything. She'd do them all out. Not a bother to her. She could write the alphabet backwards out of her head. And see, 4 wickets gone on her back, like lock. She just can't handle her drink. Like,
Jesus.
can't handle her drink. Anyone that is like heavy into weed or drugs or anything like that, they're not good drinkers. They never are.
Well, I never liked smoking anyway, so I knew I'd never smoke weeds.
The worst thing is when you mix weed and alcohol. It's just, I remember.
What's that called? The greens or something?
A greenie. Disgusting. I remember I was about 19 and we were at a house party and someone came in. I had a big litre of vodka and I was within the hour or two it was gone, and someone came in with a joint to me, locked, get in drag of that, and I was just puffing it like a smoke because you know when you're locked you don't feel it, like you'd get not even when you get a tattoo when you're drunk and you don't even feel it. But I was walking away and literally about 10 minutes later white instantly, and I was like, oh my god, I don't feel well. I walked into the kitchen out into the sitting room, got sick all over myself, got sick all over the floor, fell into the floor, was literally lying in a puddle of my own sick, and I was sitting there like a mongo and they're all taking videos of me, recording me. I had to go up, listen to this, I had to go up, get stripped, lie in the bed. I was in the nip in the bed and I fucking... Oh, I can't even say because it was actually the Child Service Protection should be called, but it was just a mad night. There's me walking down with a blanket wrapped around me, nothing on me, and then I walk into a gaff full of people like on a it was wild. Like,
Well, that just gives me the fear even thinking about it.
yeah, but just don't mix it. No, if you're gonna do it, try it, like, because it is gas. Like I have to say, some of the funniest times I ever had in my life with my friends were just on a little family bus, and it's lovely. Like,
I just think one of the most unattractive things, just in my opinion, that gives me the ick is the smell of weed off a fella, like, and in a tracksuit with fucking, what do they call them?
no, I kind of love that Scaldy. Like, I
No,
love
what
that.
do they call them? Burn marks and clothes.
Oh, hot rocks.
Oh,
Good night. No, we'll be into that.
literally,
If
sovereign
it happens,
rings.
it happens. But do not put them trousers back on you, like.
Sovereign rings, grey tracksuit with hot
shameless.
rocks, bang a weed off them. No, I don't care how good looking you are.
Big messy room, but
Yeah,
I bet you have
and
the
a
biggest
barcode
dick ever
fringe.
and the best sex gown.
The biggest thing ever. I actually able to get it up when you're on weed.
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah.
Right.
It'd be the other stuff you can't get it up on.
Yeah.
Been there, done that many myself.
Find
I
that
will.
hilarious, yeah.
What's the next thing? Oh yeah, so from one thing to the other, so we're talking about having a bad week and how to normalise
Yeah,
it.
actually, and that ties into like mental health because there's actually a few mental health agencies or services that won't see it, that will refuse to see it
You're
if,
not problems aren't
if you're
serious enough.
if you're under the influence of like
Oh,
weeds.
yeah.
And like that's why there's a lot
But
of murder
sometimes
over
that's
that.
people's coping mechanism like that.
I know.
You can't blame it. If someone
But
come
their
here,
attitude
if
is
someone is
that's,
having a joint and they're going through a hard time, they probably feel that that's the only thing that actually
Yeah.
calms down and stopping them from doing that in serious.
No,
do you know
I
what mean?
understand that, but the way that particular service sees it is that
Ridiculous.
No, it's like, well, that's probably making you worse.
Well, that shouldn't
That drug
be
is
the
probably
case.
making you worse.
If
It's
someone is coming for help, they
Yeah, under the
deserve to be
influence and
listened
all.
to. It doesn't matter. They should be
no,
listened to.
I completely know what you mean. Yeah, like sometimes the addiction itself could be what's driving you over the edge.
Yeah,
you know?
well, that's sometimes an addiction is a coping mechanism
Mm.
for sometimes. Like that's the only way people know how to live.
So, what's your opinion actually when we talk about having a bad week? Because when I used to suffer really, really bad with anxiety, like I had agoraphobia, I couldn't even leave the house and all.
What
when I
is
was, like,
agoraphobia?
Where like your anxiety is that bad, you won't leave the house.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I
I've been there myself a few times.
I was that bad.
House hatching, like.
Yeah, you just think something bad's gonna happen if you leave the house, or that like you're gonna have a panic attack and you can't cope being out
Or
in public.
something will happen and you won't be at home for it. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I was really, really bad. I thought it was going to be like that forever. And a lot of people were like to me, would you not go on antidepressants? That they help with anxiety. And look, this each their own, but I just didn't want to go on medication because I wanted to beat it myself, if you know what I mean. I wanted to not have to depend on a medication.
Yeah. But sometimes.
No, just let me speak. So if I was on holiday and I forgot my medication, I would hate to have a
Yeah.
meltdown because I hadn't got them.
Or an
So
anxiety attack from that.
yeah, now look, it took time. It probably took longer, and I had to suffer through a lot of circumstances and situations to get where I am today, mentally headstrong. But that was just my take on it, you know. Like I just didn't want to take them because I didn't want to become dependent on them.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't want kind of, just in my opinion, I didn't want artificial feelings, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, no, I would have felt the same. Like when I was going through my struggles, it was the same thing. I went to counselling and like it would have been approached to me to do that. And only recently I've discovered that like I actually do need to go to counselling, and I have been thinking myself about going on medication. I've been to the doctor and talked with him about it, and it's just a decision that I'm not all the way sold on yet. So I don't know where I stand if I'm gonna do it. But if I do it, I'm gonna just start on a low meal, like a 5 mil, and just see how I get on, because I definitely think I have ADHD. Yeah, 100%. I'm a skitty bastard, and it's not just the skittiness; it's in my mind as well. Like I actually don't know when to just turn it off. And it's driving me wild. It's like, it's hard. All the overthinking and then second guessing and then like paranoia.
That's anxiety
and,
as
your
well,
mind
though.
is mad. I think it's trauma from what happened with my ma.
Yeah.
And then I think I have the PTSD from that. And then like all the childhood shit that I never really dealt with, and then the anxiety that I have now, and then the ADHD all mixed in together. So yeah, like it could be a bundle of shit. But if that is the right road,
Yeah, jeez, I wouldn't look
it's
it down.
definitely a possibility, and I was the same as you. I didn't ever want to go. I wanted to just do it myself, but I think it's getting to the point now where why not? If it's there to help me, I might try it. Like
Sometimes it can be very, very mentally taxing on yourself to just keep fighting it by yourself. And sometimes, yeah, you do need medication to get you over the
Yeah.
line, or counsel. Like I went to see a counsellor. Like I didn't like the way I was reacting in certain situations.
yeah, I
Like
feel like I had to vibe with them.
yeah,
I do, because when I went to my counselor, it was like just didn't vibe with them. I went to 3 different ones.
Really, yeah.
Each one I didn't vibe with them. I just felt like I was telling them my problems and how I felt, and I just kept feeling like they were pushing. I just felt like they were pushing, like, their opinion back on me, and I was like, no, like,
What you
do not,
mean?
like, say if they felt like I was suicidal. And I was just talking about my feelings because at the time I was just so upset over losing my ma, and I just felt like I didn't want to be here anymore. Like if my ma's not here, like I'm missing my best friend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just kept being like pushing that I'm suicidal on me. I was like, no, you're not listening, you know what I mean? So that's why I moved on. And each one, but counselling, everyone should go to counselling. Like even counsellors get counselling.
Yeah.
Say counselling one more time.
I think it's great because they actually make you look at certain situations that you would have never looked at before.
From a different perspective.
From a
yeah.
different perspective. Like they were like, well, okay, so you're complaining about this person, but what about this person and what they're going through?
Yeah, how
like,
they feel, because
yeah.
you wrap it up into your mind.
it's all about
don't
you,
think-
like, do you know what I mean?
Like I remember, like one of the arguments we would have had as a family, like each person was suffering in their own way, and they were like making it all about them, and we were all trying to explain, like, it wasn't just your ma, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was all of our ma's, like it wasn't just you. Your world didn't just end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that you have to actually think that everyone has their own life. Like it's mad, isn't it? Like when you get into it, like but like. It just goes to show you never judge a book by its cover. Like
I
you
love
could see someone in
learning.
the shop, like, and
I love learning about like how your childhood influences like your adult behaviour and all. Like what did I like people who like go off and isolate when they're feeling down, or like mentally, you know, they're just not mentally well and stuff like that. It's a result of like having to like deal with their problems as a child. that no one was ever there for them, so they had to learn to deal
To
with
do
it by
it themselves,
themselves.
so that's how they do it. Like,
So every time, they have an issue when they're an adult, they go off and isolate, or they distance themselves from other people.
Or
You
then
know?
when people were, everything was done for them as kids, and they were like spoiled basically,
I don't know how to cope.
and given the best life, they don't know how to cope in certain situations, and they make an arsehole of themselves.
Yeah.
They act like cunts then because they feel like they still have the backup of their parents.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know loads of people like that.
Yeah, the amount of people we know like that,
I
and it's
know.
like,
Like they get so used to, like it's gas. Like some of the people I grew up with, like I remember, you know, never really kind of having money growing up and all. Like I couldn't just turn around to my mum and be like, "Ma, get those night runners," you know.
yeah.
Whereas like I had friends who could do that, and now I'm in a position where I can do that and they can't. It's mad how the
it's
tables
gas,
turn, isn't it?
Because then they were dependent on their parents all their life, and they still are now.
And now they're like, right, you can't just like live off your parents anymore. Like you actually have to go out and like make a living now. Do you know what I mean?
And then when we grow up, like we hit 16, 17, we were like, right, we have to get jobs.
We had to like be independent.
Literally,
Yeah,
like,
my first job was
in fairness,
16.
my nanny, like, yeah, like we did have help and stuff like that. You know what I mean? She was a single mother raising 4 kids and a grandchild. But I swear to God, I had everything I ever wanted as a child. I was spoiled, like literally spoiled. It was only when I was about 14 or 15 that she got sick, and she had like 3 jobs, so she had to like drop the jobs. You know what I mean? She only worked then in the kiddie cabs in Liffey Valley, you know, the little things.
Oh yeah.
They pushed around, yeah, and she wasn't obviously making enough wage. So when I was about 15, I was like, right, I have to look after myself. And ever since I'm 16, I was the one. Like if I ever got money or anything like that, it was either a present or a lent.
Same, like even during lockdown, like when I couldn't do my shows, like I had a PT there, so I was like, right, I'm gonna have to use this
Yeah.
now as an avenue to make
You
money.
have to
I
do what you have
can't
to do.
sit there and be idle and not make money.
Exactly, we're used to grafting. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
We know like
Stuff's
that
not
we
being
have to
handed to
graft.
us.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Like even like we were just talking about at the start there, like I had a really bad week. And the way I see it is like not financially, but like I owed out a lot of money to like for me tax, me car and stuff like that.
Just all that bills.
Yeah, it all
and,
came at once and I was like, holy fuck. Because the way it works with me is like, you know, I do fucking say X amount of shows and I get a lot of sponsored videos. Like that just doesn't go all into my bank account. I can spend it as I please.
People to pay.
I have people to pay, you know, I have me bills to pay, I have tax to pay on that, I have VAT to pay on that.
Yeah.
And it's all in my company account. So I have to pay myself a wage every month. Like I don't have like say for instance, like I don't know, just say a certain amount of money in my bank account.
Yeah.
I can't just go in, I'm going to take out $6,000 out for the week.
Yeah.
Like, I have to literally have
you have to think about other people, yeah.
or what if I got cancelled tomorrow and never earned another penny for the rest of the year? No, but it's true. Like, I'd have to live off that $6,000
You'd
for the
make
rest
it
of the
feel
year.
bad on OnlyFans.
I know, yeah. But anyway,
Make more than me.
it was a bad week. And you know what I think to myself? You know, years ago, I used to always think, oh, I'm going to feel like this for the rest of my life. And I can't, I'm not messing. Like, I was suicidal when I was a teenager. And I used to, like, every day, I used to kind of wake up and be like, right, like, what way would I do it and all? I swear to God, yeah. And I never told anybody that. Like, I never ever told anyone that. I used to be sitting in class and all, and like, I just used to think to myself, oh, like, I just can't keep feeling like this anymore. It's awful. It's horrible. And once you're in that state of mind where you keep talking,
Nothing changes your mind, like.
no, you keep thinking that nothing's going to change. You're going to be like, I'm going to be stuck like this forever. You have to stop talking to yourself like that,
yeah.
because your mind is a powerful thing.
It really
And
is, yeah.
and if once you get up and you keep going and you keep proving your mind wrong, like fear is a bully.
Yeah.
Like, so bully fear back. That's
Exactly,
what my counsellor used to always say to me. And eventually it didn't last forever.
Yeah.
And I did come out the other side, and like my life is pretty normal now, but I do have bad weeks, and I just say to myself, this is not going to last
It's not
forever.
yeah, nothing is
And
forever.
it doesn't, nothing is forever. Like, you can't use a permanent solution to a temporary problem. That's
Yeah,
the way I look at
exactly,
it,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dead right. That was the exact same way I felt. Like when I lost my mum, like it was just a year of sadness and heartache, and it was just too much. Like, cause my ma died, then the dog died, then my nanny died, and I was so young. But like, I was a real childish 21. Do you know what I mean? Like, it took me a long time to actually grow up and cop on. And in that little few months that I went through what I went through, like I literally would wake up and like it's this weirdest thing. It's saying like it's like crying over spilt milk. Like I was with my mum when she passed away. It didn't really affect me that much because she wasn't in my house. She didn't live there. Not everything. Do you know? I didn't see it every day with me ma. Well, with me nanny. I called me nanny ma as well. With me nanny, like it was in her home. It was me daily life was around. Like, I'm not messing you. When I buried her and she went down to the hall, I was like, right. I was planning on like how will I deal. But then the only thing I thought about was like looking at the family and seeing what they were going through with a death. I was like, there's no way I could put that on anyone else again. And then you're just in this torture of going, I have to live because it's selfish if I do it. Like, and you're torturing yourself going, I want to die but I have to live. It's horrible. It's a horrible place to be in.
I know.
And then I really had to soul search deep and find myself and overcome all of that. Like, and really like come back from the brink of darkness, like, because at one point I was literally like buying ropes, and that's so bad, like, and it was so hard to come out of that, but I'm so proud of myself that I did do that, and I overcame it,
and you know you can do it again.
Yeah, and I know I can do it again. That's why I always say, like, the way I see it is like, I'm gonna see them again one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see them again, but why not live your life while you can? You know what I mean? Like, I know not everything is perfect, but you're here for such a short amount of times. Just ride it out. You're gonna fucking croak it anyway. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all have to just do what we can, like, and like, imagine if anything I did happen, like, I wouldn't have Finn, I wouldn't have the career I have now, I wouldn't be, like, do you know what I mean? All them little things, it's mad.
I think the key is as well,
Blessings come in disguises.
It's surround yourself with the right people, because I think that when I was going through it, like, my dad and all, he helped me a lot because he suffered with anxiety as a kid, so he was telling me all the right things. But I'd say a lot of young men who do commit suicide, they don't have the rights. Like, now I'm not saying they don't have family who are concerned about them.
No, but they don't feel like they can talk. Yeah, there's this whole thing about being a man, don't cry, don't share your feelings. But I think it's an Irish thing. You'd
be grand.
Literally, I'd get in the car to you, and I'd know you were off straight away. I'd be like, yo, alright, you tired? And you'd go, yeah, no, I'm grand. And then an hour into talking, you'd go, and I'd go, there, I knew it. Do you know what I mean? It's just that Irish, and you know, I'm grand, I'm alright. I don't want to bother you with my problems. It's just the way we are as people, and that's what we need to snap out, because in 2022 we can't afford to be like that.
Like, even I was listening to a podcast there the other day, you know, Jack Fincham off that one Love Island with Danny Dyer. He was on a podcast and he was talking about how, like, he used to just destroy his life with drinking drugs, like going to sessions and all the weekend. And the fella who was talking to him on the podcast, like, is literally sober years. He used to be addicted to gambling, coke, alcohol. And he was sitting there and telling him, and he goes, see, when you're sitting in a kitchen at 6 o'clock in the morning, those people in that kitchen, you think they give a fuck about you, but they don't. Because if you needed to talk to someone tomorrow, they're not going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there talking shy to each other. Do you know what I mean? And then our real friends. Yeah, real friends are the ones who you can text at 6 in the evening on a Sunday, looking for a pint or like looking for a chat. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones you should be reaching out to and talking to you about your problems.
Yeah.
So point sitting in a kitchen at 6 in the morning out your head and saying, oh yeah, I don't feel great.
And that's a lot of people think that, like, oh, he's having a bit of a bad time, we'll invite him out, and that's you're only enabling then. Especially this whole thing with mixing drinking drugs.
Toxic friendships.
A lot of suicides have happened just out of the
impulse
on benders. Do you know what I mean? Them being on benders and on bad come downs. When you're on like a come down like that, like, it is wild. Like, you can think all mad sorts of shit. Like, and I can see how it happens.
Feeling like you're not good enough. Feeling I'm gonna be stuck like this forever.
Yeah, just because
you're
constantly thinking, your mind is just going overdrive, and I can relate to that. When I lie in bed at night, I'm literally rattling, thinking of all these things that, like, I could have done, should have done. Do you know what I mean? And it's horrible. Like
even we'll just finish up on this now, but. Even when I was feeling shit this week about the whole, like, oh geez, I feel like my bank account's getting drained, I just thought to myself, hold on a minute.
Look what you're able to do.
There's still 9 months left of the year. It's just a bad month. I'm going to get back on my feet next month. I could get a rake of opportunities next month, and worrying about all this now
isn't going to matter. And then be thankful you're able to pay for it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Be thankful you're able to look on your fucking home and be like, how am I going to pay it? Like,
I know. A good way to look at it is as well, if this time next year someone says to you, can you remember how you felt this day last year, and you say no, then it obviously wasn't important enough to be worrying about.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, moving on. Hope that helped anyone who may be feeling low or whatever. Yeah.
And, like, also DMs are always open as well. Yeah. You can always talk to us. We always have an ear to listen to. That's not an option. Oh, that is an option. So something juicy. We talk about something juicy. My something juicy is one time. I don't even know if I would say this, should I? Okay. One time I went off with a top drug dealer. Yeah, and he was like, and guess what? He was locked up with me dad. Would you be able?
This is like an episode of
Swear to God, would you be able? No, I'm not mentioning it. After shit went down, talking about so and so, where we locked up, no way, blah blah. Who'd you know? Turns out on the same fucking landing as me dad. Go away. I nearly passed away peacefully. Like, would you be able?
Imagine that. Oh yeah, I know your dad was locked up with him.
Yeah.
Like,
that was my bit of goss for you. What's your bit of goss?
Juiciness. I don't know. Was I saying anything to you earlier?
I forget.
I don't really have anything juicy. But
give me the scoop, like, give me like the little inside that showbiz scoop, like.
Yeah, so I was nominated for an award for the Gossies Best Social Media Star. So I invited Jordan to come along with me. It's on the 8th of April, so we're gonna go and, like,
and the team is fire and ice.
Yeah, feel like princesses.
Yeah, wait till you see our outfits. Oh, gonna be unreal.
In terms of juiciness, yeah, so I was nominated a few times before, but I never went to the award shows because sometimes I feel like I don't fit in with that crowd. Yeah. And that's why I'd rather go with someone like you.
And what you mean in that?
When I say fit in, I mean there's a lot of clicks in the influencer industry. A lot of clicks. So basically, like, you don't get a +1 when you're going to these award shows. Your +1 has to basically like pay, or you pay to bring them. And a lot of influencers would be happy with that. They'd be like, oh, sure, I'll just go on my own. I know fucking Betty and Mary there, and we'll just stick together. Where it is very cliquey, and it can be very intimidating. I remember the first year I went, I brought Gara with me, and I felt very out of place. I felt like I'm not pretentious. I don't want to be pretend to be someone I'm not. Like, I'm me. Where I feel is like you get that vibe off people there. They're pretending to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people online appear to be people that they aren't in real life. Like, I know people like online, and they have like massive followings, and they come across real, like, you know, I suppose glamorous. They come across real friendly on their stories and all, and approachable, and you go up to them in person and they're not. Like,
No,
they look
they're
at you like you're a piece of dirt. Like,
cunts, like. And then the amount of times I've been at like influencer things like that and walked up to someone I really admired, like, and been like delighted to go and meet them, and then you walk them like, hi, how, blah blah blah, like, what are you doing here? Or like just touring away, and I'm like, you know what, I'm like, all right then, you cunt, I take it back. I'd say it as I say it. Like, I'm like, no need for you to be a cunt, you fool. Your makeup isn't
like,
that nice anyway.
Get over yourself. You have a big following and you live in Ireland. But you know what I think they should do? They should actually do an episode. You know Black Mirror, that show on Netflix.
Yeah.
They should do an episode on that where like people are admired by how many followers they have. Like, you're basically, there's a class system by how many followers you have.
Yeah, do you ever see that? Is that the one where they have the thing, and like, if you do a bad thing, your following count goes down and all?
I don't know. Is there an episode like that?
Yeah, it's like people have like a board or like a thing, and you have a score. Everyone has a score, and if you do like a good deed, or people see you do a good thing, they give you a higher score. Or if like you get publicly shamed or whatever, you do a bad thing, your score goes down, and then if your score is a certain point, you get locked up or something. What, I think that's the future.
But I think that's the way this fucking country's gone, because anytime I'm at events like that, you do feel like if you don't have a certain amount of followers, people don't want to know who you are. And I find people who have large followings won't engage with your content unless you're on par with their following, or if you have more than them. It's mad. It's like people don't want to see you do better than them, you know?
The jealousy is real.
Yeah,
it really
real.
is. That's why I surround myself with people that uplift me and are so proud of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we like to each other? Like, literally, obviously, and it's flying and doing absolutely amazing, but like, I'm literally every time, no matter if there couldn't be 100 times doing Vicar Street, I'd be like, my friend is have to sell now Vicar Street. Like, that, it doesn't matter. Little things, like, if you win, I win. If I win, you win. Do you know what I mean? That's the way you have to say it. Like,
I'll always be myself anyway, and I wouldn't look down on anyone. As long as you don't look down on me, I'm not going to look down on you.
I think it's easy to be a bitch and be a cunt about it. Like,
oh, so
easy,
I mean?
It's so easy. It's the hard, I think, to stand up and actually stand behind your friend. Like,
but that's why you see these influencers, Jordan, when they come across so prim and proper and perfect online. That's why they get ridiculed so much when they make a mistake, because they act so be human.
Yourself. Be like, if anything, if you have a following, I'd appreciate people for being themselves and not being fake. Do you know what I mean? The amount of times I wanted to look at someone and just give them a shake and be like, you're actually a decent person, you're a good person. If you up and said fuck you to that or didn't go along with that, I'd actually shake a hand quicker than you lying and like going with it because you think people. That's what people are interested in. That's what will keep you famous. Like,
yeah, no, it's just I'll always be me, and I've always been myself on my stories, and
keep
I will in public as well.
2K11. The Britney update. There's not that much going on, but yeah, she seems happy. What is she like with her nips? Like, I'm not able.
I don't know whether it's something to be concerned about. Is it?
No, I think she's a bit behind. Like, she hasn't had social media all this time, so
right.
I think she's still stuck in like 2012.
Free the nip.
Yeah, free the nip and 75 emojis.
I'd love to see her get a makeover done. I really would. She needs to get a toner in her hair and a good makeover. Good glam up.
Yeah. And but like, she's stunning looking. Like, she's stunning.
I know.
So she just deserves the best. And anyways, what have you been watching on TV?
I started watching Peaky Blinders again. I think I spoke about this last week. Yeah, because the new season. An
episode of that.
It is very good. The new season's after coming out on BBC One, so I want to like catch up, refresh the mind, and then start watching it again. Start watching a new season.
Good stuff. I started watching H2O again.
That was a show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I know, clear the condensation.
I remember that Nickelodeon, like, or the Sleepover
was
Club.
Obsessed with that. Like, now I watch it back and the acting, I'm literally like, it actually makes me cringe with the amount of like face acting they all do. Like, now if you say a line, but then they like face act it as well. They be like, "Do you want to go get a smoothie?" Like, it's just so much. Like, calm down.
I was only talking to you earlier as well about High School Musical, how like the first movie. Now look, it was iconic back at its time, but the acting in it is worse.
High School Musical and the Cheetah Girls had everyone in chokehold. I'm sorry. Like, Ryan,
what about
were
the
you
Jonas Brothers? Oh, what was it? Camp Rock.
Camp Rock. I wasn't. I wasn't too into Camp Rock, but I would have been mad for the Cheetah Girls and High School Musical. Yeah, I remember, right? I was in second year. I think it was like a Friday night. Like my friends, like 2 or 3 of them were starting to go drinking and like do the whole shebang. And like there was one of us, because I told you I was a real childish child. I played with fucking dolls since I was 25. But my friend was like, we were all so excited for the Cheetah Girls and High School Musical and all, like, and we couldn't wait to come home and watch it. Because remember, it was on a half 6 on Disney. You didn't have Disney Channel, did you?
No, I told you I was always like a Nickelodeon
How did you
person.
watch High School Musical and all back then?
Well, I was in my friend's house, like, wait till it came out on
How
DVD.
council estate is that? Yeah, like I couldn't wait to go home and watch it. And my friend was like, "Are you for real? Like, are you really gonna go home and watch High School Musical?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Troy's gonna break up with Gabriella." Couldn't wait. Cheetahs Amigas.
I gotta go my own way.
Cheetahs Amigas.
And you were telling me that they Zac
So there's
Efron
a
didn't
whole
use
thing
his
about-
real
so
voice.
Zac Efron obviously is Troy but he didn't sing in the first movie. It wasn't him singing at all. And then they went on tour and Zac Efron couldn't make the tour, so they got the fella that sang the songs to be on
Was
the
he good
tour.
looking?
No, but he had like a wig on. They tried to make him look like Troy
for
as much as
fuck's
possible.
sake.
But I heard that he was supposed to get the part of Troy, recorded the whole thing, and then they switched it out last minute and put your man in, but they just kept his vocals because he was better. And then for the second 2 movies,
I think he sounds like Zac Efron though.
no, if you watch it back now, in pure now, he's lipping it like it's not him.
Really?
Yeah, it's not him. You could tell. Anyways, what's your top movie pick this week? Give it in to me.
Top
What-
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to see Batman.
Was it worth it?
It was 3 hours long.
Fuck off.
3 hours long. Now, don't get me wrong, right? It was. I think Robert Pattinson did a good job.
Did he do the big Batman voice like the
Yeah.
Superman?
Now, I thought he was a very attractive Batman, I have to say.
Yeah, like
Real dark and handsome and the brooding
he
look
looks
and
a
all.
bit like a J.
And I think Zoe Kravitz played a really good Catwoman.
Yeah, she's stunning. Oh my god.
It was dragged out a bit. Like, I think they definitely could have done it in 2.5 hours. Like,
Yeah, I heard that she looks like just a knockoff of Halle Berry.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually I actually noticed that.
I thought that myself.
I noticed that, in comparison now. But Garrett, I went to see it with Garrett, and he looked at me at one stage and he goes, "Do you not think the screen's real dark?" And I was just like, "No, it's like shot like mostly at night time. Like, it's supposed to be like a gothic type of."
Right, yeah, in
I'd-
Gotham.
I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. Like, it wasn't the worst. I still think the Dark Knight trilogies are
A lot better.
are like the best.
I
Iconic.
loved who was that Batman in the 90s with the Penguin?
What's his name?
Have you got it? Michael Keaton.
Michael
I liked his
Keaton.
Batman. No, was he the one? George Clooney.
Oh, he was a
Yeah.
shy Batman.
I
Shy.
like the one with the Penguin though.
Yeah, no, they
Not
were really
Poison
good.
Ivy and fucking Alicia
Remember-
Silverstone. Not that one.
Jim Carrey played the Riddler. He
I
was
didn't
very
like
good
that
at
one.
that.
Didn't like that one.
Danny DeVito played the Penguin, didn't he?
Who was the Batman when Heath Ledger? What's his
Christian
name?
Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah. I'd say he was probably the best Batman.
I'd say they all have to have honey and lemon tea every fucking after
Yeah,
every
yeah.
take and stuff. I used to be in bits all talking like that. I'm Batman. And come here, did Robert Pattinson look good? Like was in the nip man?
He was a bit pale, like
Yeah,
Gary.
he looks a bit like an addict, doesn't
Garrett turned around to me and he goes, when he was just like normal, dressed in a suit and all, he goes, "Jesus, he's bet down, isn't he?" And now he must be for a fella. He goes, "The fella hasn't got a look to his
he? He
name."
still looked like a
He was
human
nicer
Edward
with the
Cullen,
mask
did he?
on,
Did
yeah.
he look like a human
He-
Edward
all
Cullen?
I kept thinking about was Edward Cullen.
Yeah. Where's
I
that
was like,
glitter?
Where's Bella? Like, do you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
just waiting for fucking, I don't know, the whole Cullen.
Jacob!
Yeah.
Named my kid after Loch Ness Monster!
Jacob!
We're gonna keep. Oh yeah, what's she like?
Do you ever see a man on
Yeah, man,
TikTok?
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking gas.
So good.
We're gonna keep the podcast light, so we're not gonna talk about the world war that's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
So fuck that shit.
I
Moving
think
on.
a lot-
What
I
is
think
yours
just-
so over?
I am so over bitter people.
Right.
Right, I'm so over bitter people because there's a few of them in my life or people that I know, and it's like they hype
Bitter
up other,
bitties.
no, they hype up other people who aren't doing as well as them, right? But the minute they see you doing well, they're like radio silent. Radio silent.
Like bad. Yeah.
Wouldn't say it to you, wouldn't give you a text, congratulate you on your success or anything if you got a really good opportunity. You'd get it from everyone else. But as long as you're doing as long as you're doing better than them, they don't
Yeah.
want to know. I hate that. I hate bitterness.
I hate it myself.
Like we all need to fucking like lift each other up, you know. Support the Irish, like. But I know a lot of people like that. Very very bitter. I'm so over that.
So over that. Mine was kind of the same thing of what I said at the start, like just being a single man, like the timekeeping, like God love yous all, honestly. Like I don't know how he's doing, fair play just to have them full time on his own, like
So over timekeeping.
Yeah, like, no, but so have I been single man.
Right.
Like, I'm Nabel. But my little niece, she's 15, she came and helped me out, and I have to say, Jesus Christ, I think I spent about 200 quid on her the week, because like she deserved every bit of it. Like, literally helped me with everything from morning noon to night. Like, she's staying with me since Sunday.
Mm.
And I love her for her. Thanks,
Really?
Katie, love you.
I thought you were on your own.
No, well, I was in parts.
Right. Didn't do it on your own. You're not a single man.
I'm a single man with help.
Anyway.
Hired help.
Right.
That's the end of
No,
our pod-
no, it's not. We never
Why?
done top 10.
Oh, I thought I was getting away with that.
Put the sound in now. Top 10 things
Yeah.
that give me the ick.
You give me
Right.
the ick.
Right, so these are the top 10 things that give me the ick about fellas, right?
They
Now,
actually got 10.
yeah, I have 10, right?
Alright, come on.
So, and if you want to
I'll chime in.
right?
chime in.
So, this is not related to Gara now. This is just men in general, right? So, top 10 things that give me the ick. So, number 1, the smell of weed off a fella.
Yeah.
Number 2, fellas who hang around shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how
Eating
old
their
are you? Get
rolls,
away. How
yeah.
old are you? What? Go around the corner,
Fully
go back home.
grown men.
Go back. Even when I used to walk in the salon, like, see a 21-year-old outside with the hand in the trousers eating a roll. You have a home to go to. Go home, like, away.
Number 3, so men who have like kind of like feminine fingers. Like I love
And yeah, there's an ick, and then there's something people can't control.
I love pure shovel hands. Like
Feel my skin.
no, like I mean big muscly, like their fucking fingers have muscles.
I have a thing for veins.
Really?
Not like fucking, ugh, but like I don't know. I just think it's hot when a fella has veiny hands.
Oh no.
Then I can only imagine.
No,
it's
I love
Mickey.
when you can see like you mean like the actual like the vein like sticking
Yeah.
out. Oh yeah, love
Yeah,
that.
I'd ever get when he's roaring and shouting, and it comes out there. I'd be like, "Take me away."
Roaring and shouting. Number 4. Now this goes out to my own relationship. Bad breath. I hate when he's asleep and he's facing me and his fucking breath is blowing in my face.
Bad breath in general is disgusting.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's just not right.
Now I know we all have morning breath and that's
Yeah,
probably
but
what
we
it
don't brush our
is.
teeth. Like, don't kiss me in the morning.
Yeah, no, don't.
It's disgusting.
Number 5.
Do you ever see people that just me when they wake up?
Oh
They're like
God!
absolutely wearing. I'd be like, away.
I don't know whether this is just me, right? But like when my friends would be like, "Oh, hangover sex and all," I'm like, bang a drink off you, makeup all over
I'm
the
not
gaff. You look
showered,
like a raccoon, not showered, and
lying.
morning breath.
Or like people that have sex, like they go to bed having sex and then wake up and have sex again, like, but they're in the mess.
Oh, stop!
Good luck.
I remember my friend said to me, right, and I was like,
remember this.
"What?"
I remember. that.
My friend said to me, I was just like, "Do you go to sleep with that still on your stomach?" And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "It's natural on you." I go, "So if someone sprayed ketchup on your stomach, you go to sleep
Or
with it?"
pissed on you, you're just gonna leave it there.
I was like, "No, but it's like part of being a." I was like, "No,
Blech.
go into the fucking toilet and wash it off, you animal."
No.
Anyway, number 5, tying into bad breath. Fellas who don't brush their teeth.
Where-
Teeth are a massive factor.
Yeah, 100%.
Massive factor.
Like, if someone just has a little something there, like, you're gonna tell them, do you know what I mean? There's,
Yeah.
Like,
No, but people who don't take care of their teeth,
Yeah.
like I hate fellas who let their teeth go.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but that's the first thing
it's disgusting.
you see when you
Teeth
speak
and
to
shoes.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teeth and shoes.
Teeth
Yeah,
and
exactly. Number 6, body odor.
Some people, especially in the gay community, that are mad for a bit of BO.
What?
Like, yeah, whiffing dirty jocks and all. Like, there's a whole meme going around, like, when someone comes back in from the gym, like, and they, like, do you ever see her one smelling the pot? And she goes, "Oh, yes." And it's like a man's underwear, like, like,
Oh God.
or like, they love the smell of a dirty arm, but I'd be like, get in, have a shower. That's
Oh, no.
disgusting.
Number 6. Did I say number 6? No, number 7.
I
Number
lost count.
7. Fellas, I don't know what to say right now. Thankfully, Gareth's not really like this, but you know, fellas who have like odd duvet sheets,
Oh, like not match. Oh,
Not matching.
man, pillows. Yeah, one wrong pillow. Yeah, I'd be the
pillows
same.
that are like 10 years old.
Do you ever see people like, I don't know, you've never done it, you've never had a random hookup around, and you go back to the gaff, there's no bed sheet on the bed, there's no fit sheet
Oh no!
on the bed, it's a bare mattress and a cover. Oh, go away. I'd be like, I'm going, good luck.
No, that
It's always
freaks
the
me out.
best sex.
And there's carpet on the floor, and it's like hasn't been hoovered in fucking years.
It's ground fungus.
Absolute
Did you see
disgusting.
that page on TikTok? It's so fucking funny. The two fellas that like doing a podcast and they're talking about the icks that they go, but it's like girls talking about the icks and they read it out. But it was like getting out of the car and your man's crack shows and she goes, "No, you are embarrassed." How could you
Are you
be-
not embarrassed?
Are you not embarrassed? But like, you got it. Oh, what he goes when fellas say "hon" or "love,"
I used to see this fella when I was a teenager, right? And he used to call me baby girl. But he used to spell it Gurl. You okay, baby girl? I actually had to pull him up, and I was like, "Will you stop calling me that?" And he was like,
disgusting.
"Oh, sorry,
When
haha."
fellas say hon, like if that's shite, like and they say hon, I'd be like, you pedo.
I actually seen a tweet the other day of like what gives girls the ick now. It was actually sarcasm. I was like, oh my god, just got the ick when we were in a car crash and the way me fella's body was flailing.
Yeah, I think they're funny. But like people that cut their toenails just in random spot, like who are you? Like you're sitting in the middle of all of us down on Sunday night and they're sitting and you're cutting your toenails, like go away.
I think of a fella like that's
scum.
number 8.
My
fellas,
dog goes and runs and picks up the fucking toe.
fellas who
Nail.
have yellow toenails.
Yeah, like get a bit
Freak
of
me
fucking...
out. They don't even smoke. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, that's
What is
weird,
going on
like,
there? Number 9. Number 9.
Do a line.
Lovely. Fellas with anger issues.
Yeah,
I hate a
like-
fella who gets confronted and he's like, shut you fat bitch. Like, I hate that.
I know,
You
yeah.
fucking slut.
Yeah, like you're a tramp.
I literally just
I'm
asked-
sorry, I just ate the last piece of cake. Like, I didn't
like
mean it.
like you literally just confront him about something like like minimal. Now, geez, Garrett's not like this. Like, shut the fuck up, you fat cunt, and all.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting really,
Just take
really
it too
fucking
far.
personal. Yeah.
Take it too
I
far.
went to school with lads like that. They
Ryan's
aren't
getting
nice.
anxiety. God love him. He's talking up and down. Go on, watch your 10. Let's go.
Right, number 10. Let you pick number 10.
Oh,
What
there's
gives
too
you the
many.
ick?
I don't know. there's
What is
too
the
many.
biggest turn off?
Open relationships?
Yeah,
Like
gays.
people that are like, yeah, people that are like into that, like, and like, I'm sorry, I'm just a monogamous person, like, that's me, but like, if I would lay the land with that, but then like letting, people, sorry, just to jump ships, people who have milky tea.
Milky tea.
Yeah, that's a no for me. Like literally, like it's one or the other. Like I have a friend and his ma literally puts a drip of milk in her tea. I'm like, why don't you just have black tea? The milk gives a flavour. What, the little drip of milk?
So that'd be a deal breaker for you?
And then people, yeah, I just think it's pedo behaviour. It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me, but gives me
Pedo
the ick.
behaviour.
Like, is an ick kind of a deal breaker for you? No, you put up with it. It's an ick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I seen another
A
one.
deal breaker for me is if you're like a rapist or something, or like a child molester. Like that's a deal breaker. Sorry, I won't get with you, but if you have milky tea, I'll suffer, I suppose.
Okay. I seen another ick, right? I stopped seeing a fella because he kept using his passport for ID. Like, what? How
what?
petty?
How petty now? Like getting serious. Like, what is it when when he bumps into someone and he says sorry for?
Oh, we'll have to get a list of them out for
I
next
know.
week. So I'm
Not
not
wearing a seatbelt is one for me. People, when fellas don't wear seatbelts,
Too
and
good for the
drive
belts.
recklessly,
Too
cop
good
on,
for the
what?
belts.
So what? If I crash and I don't go through the windscreen and you do, you're a hero. Fuck off.
Nah, fuck
Belt
that.
up. Anyways, fuck off. Go on, see you
Right,
later.
so I'm going to be in New York next week.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
I'm sure you'll
Rubbing
see it on my
nice.
stories. So, yeah, we will see you.
And I'll be rubbing me dogs. Here.
Oh, God.
Here.
that smells.
I said, good night.
Thanks
God
for
bless.
tuning in. God bless.
Peace out. A-Town. Well, good luck.